Alright, so I just want to make a quick update video on my OBS and Twitch streaming settings, because I have changed quite a few things around since my last video, so I just want to make a quick update video. So we'll jump right into the settings here. We'll go to video. Now this is set like this because of just this video that I'm making here, but I actually I'll have my base canvas set to my monitor, which is 2560 by 1440. And then I'll have my output scaled. I'll have it set to 1664 by 936, which is 936p. I used to use 900p, but I have found this is a little bit better and it looks a little cleaner. So that's what I use now. And then the same thing for the, we got the 36 samples for the downscale filter, and the 60 FPS value is still the same. And then output here, I'm still using X264. I still recommend that everybody else uses NVENC or the NVIDIA NVENC GPU encoder on RTX like 20 series. If you can get a RTX 30 series, the GTX series also has it. It's not as good as RTX series, but I would still recommend you use that over X264, just because it actually handles motion better than X264. It's easier to run, and it's you don't have to tweak as much stuff. So to me, it's just the right now with the way things are, it's just the way to go. Unless there's a very small portion of people that might have like a really beefy CPU, like I just got a 5950X. Now, if you have something that can push slow and game on the same PC, which is kind of rare, because like I said, you need a really beefy processor, and it probably has to be like overclocked to almost the max. So that's what I did with this 5950X, and so I do X264, and then I can actually push slow and game on the same. On a one PC setup, and it's perfectly fine. Does it look better than NVENC? It's actually pretty close. It's actually almost exactly the same. Now it's a little bit better, but for most people, like I said, it's you're not gonna be able to tell the difference. So I would just go with the NVIDIA NVENC New up here on your encoder settings. That's what I would go with. And for your rate control, you want CBR for constant bit rate, and then you want 6K bit rate. That's if you can push it. If you can push 6K, that's fine. That's the max on Twitch. That's the max allowed on Twitch. You can usually get by with 7 to 8K. Like 8K is usually the hard wall to hit. Like you can push 8K, but sometimes it can mess with your stream, and it might not. It'll, like, whenever somebody goes to try to look at your stream, it'll say like this, like it ran into a problem, or this video is not available, or something like that. So 6K is the safe wall, but 8K is like the hard wall that you can push up to. But between 4 and 6K is where I would stay. Either 720p or 936p. Don't try to push 1080p. Like even 1080p 60 at 8K bitrate is like in like high motion type games still looks bad. Now you can push 1080p if you're playing something like for example like chess or like Hearthstone or something where there's not a lot of movement. You can push that. You can push 1080p, 6K, 7K, 8K. But any kind of like FPS games, anything with like a really high movement, or like something that you're gonna play where you have to look around a lot, or you have to make a lot of freaking like actual quick moves, it's not gonna look good. So 936p or even like 900p, 1600 by 900, 936 is whatever I said, 1664 by 936, or 720p. You can do any of those are good options. And then like you can choose 720p from this drop down. If you want to do 900p or 936p, you'll have to manually type in this resolution. So in this box, you'll just have to like, you'll actually click in that box, highlight that, and then you'll type in 1664 x 936 or 1600 x 900 for 900p. So you will have to do that. You have to make, it's kind of like making like a custom resolution for it because it's not in the drop down. But you can do that. Recording. To me, recording, if you're like just gonna record like local videos for YouTube, whatever, I've been kind of playing with this. This is what I would go with. Just go with your just like on your streaming. I still recommend to use NVEC here. I'm using NVEC new, and then CQP level 14. I think 14 is actually lossless. Like it's like the highest that you can go, and it's not be like a tremendously large file size. Then either max quality or quality here, profile high, psychovisual tuning, and then just max B-frames too. That's fine. And then audio, you always want 320 bitrate audio. I think that's the only thing I've changed in there. The main things that have changed are this here. So, like on my mic filters, I went from what I had before. I had like 4 or 5 filters on here. So I changed over from that, and I literally just use noise suppression -6 decibels. And I use the same noise gate settings that I had in my last video. That's the only 2 things that I use on my mic now. I don't use I think I used to use Reefer for noise suppression. I don't use that anymore. I don't put any gain on the mic in OBS anymore, and I don't use a limiter. I did find using a limiter, it would kind of make your voice kind of crackly once it hit the wall that you set for the limiter. I just didn't like that. Now I do still recommend to use a limiter on certain things, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. But I wouldn't I no longer recommend that you use a limiter on your actual like mic settings. These are the only 2 things that I would use. And now with the newest OBS update that I just got today, if you have RTX Voice installed, it natively supports RTX Voice. So you can go to NVIDIA's website, download RTX Voice, go through the walkthrough on that, and you can actually choose it as one of these options here. Now I haven't tried it out yet, but I've used RTX Voice in the past and it works phenomenally well. So that could be a really good option. I mean, I actually like this one. This one's not too bad. As long as you don't go too high, like mine's at 6. Mine's at -6 right now. But I would say RTX Voice is probably going to edge out here just a little bit higher than this one. Now RN noise is just absolute trash. Like it straight up lies right there. Good quality, more CPU usage. I've tried to use that. That shit is awful. So I would use specs, whatever you want to call, however you say that. Or I would just go into NVIDIA's website. Like we'll go up here and go to RTX Voice, and you can actually, I think you got to download the broadcast thing now. Maybe, I'm not sure. But they also took out the limit to where you can literally run this. Yeah, so you can run it on NVIDIA GTX or RTX. So anything from a GTX, I guess a 1050 Ti, up to anything past that, RTX or GTX 10 series, RTX 20 series, and RTX 30 series. So you can run it. It says for that's just for the driver. But yeah, you can use it on anything, I'm assuming, 1050 Ti and above. But you can download this. It'll walk you through everything. I'll leave a link to this down there too in the description. But back to the filters here. So yeah, just noise suppression, noise gate, everything's the same, I'm pretty sure, from the last video. I still do like the filters on the desktop. I still do recommend you put a limiter on this just in case like something happens in your game or whatever and it's really loud, doesn't blow out, you know, like the actual like headphones or speakers of your actual viewers or whatever. I do recommend you use that. Then I still put gain on that because sometimes games, like, they sound fine to me, but they might be coming through really low on here. So I'll use between 3.5 and 4 decibels of gain on here. And I still got my ducking filter on here. I have changed the ratio, I think. I think the ratio was a lot higher before. But now I've got it down to where you can still hear some of the game audio and stuff coming through. But you can actually hear more of it now. So like that is like something you'll really have to mess with. You'll just have to kind of try to find a good balance between how much game audio you want to come through so it doesn't overtake your voice when you talk. Because the way I had it set up before, it was taking up way, it was overtaking the game audio. So you was just hearing like all of my voice, but you was hearing like almost no game audio or whatsoever. And like you want it to where you can still hear some game audio while you're actually talking or whatever, but you don't want it to like overtake your voice. That's like the whole point of doing this actual filter. So again, I got the ducking gain and the limiter. I usually set my limiter between anywhere from -10 to -12 depending. That's just something else you'll have to mess with. I do change the release from 60 to 50 on all of them, just kind of like a personal preference thing. But you will notice now I have a separate one for Discord, and I think I might have copied the filters over here too. But let's see. So we got the ducking filter. So this one I put a little bit higher of a ratio on, it looks like. And so that way whenever I talk, you don't hear as much of the Discord conversations. Like you'll still hear a little bit, but you won't hear as much. And I put gain on this one as well. I'm still kind of messing with this. 350 seems pretty good for now. And I also have the limiter set up on this too. Limiter, if you're going to separate your Discord from your game audio and all that stuff, I'll definitely put a limiter on that too, just in case, like, you know, somebody that you're talking to in TeamSpeak or like TeamSpeak, Discord, whatever, like yells or something like that, or like, you know, something loud happens behind them, then you won't actually it won't actually like blow out your either like your actual viewers headphones and stuff. That's what I would recommend that you do. You don't have to have a limiter on it, but I would put one on it, and you can kind of mess with it. But I would put one on it just for that reason, just in case somebody screams. It's like I said, something happens in the background. Like, you don't ever know what's going to happen at somebody else's house. So that's what I would do. And see, moving on to, all right, so now I have I did like put my webcam and my webcam border and my webcam in a folder, so that way if you have to move your webcam around and stuff a lot on your screen, it just moves your border and your actual like webcam. You have like your image capture that's inside the border. It'll move it all in just one thing. Like, you can literally just have this folder here. You can unlock this, and then you can move it across your screen here. So you can just go down here, add, and you can add a group. We'll just name this one test. Okay. And then you can actually drag stuff into that group. So see, my alerts are now in this test folder. So that way it just kind of nests everything. I like the only real use I found with it. I mean, you can organize all your stuff that way. Like, you can organize all your audio, that output. your audio output captures. You can do your display capture. Like you can have all your game captures and you got a bunch of different display captures. I guess you can have it in one folder as well. I mean, you can organize all this stuff however you want to, but you can make folders, and you can also just drag it out of the folder. Then we'll just remove this folder. So, put my alerts back on top. And so yeah, like you can do a lot of stuff with the folders. To me though, it's really just useful for just having if you have stuff paired together, like the webcam and the webcam border, and you want to move something around a lot or something like that. Like it just kind of helps because you just have to move one actual source or whatever. You don't have to move multiple things. Like you don't have to move the border and the freaking actual webcam thing again. You'll have to like resize it back in there. It's just a pain. So this makes it a little bit easier. See what else. So we got. So I did separate my Discord and my desktop audio, and then I also have just the music playing. And the way that I found to do that is if you go and download VoiceMeeter Banana. I don't really like VoiceMeeter that much. I didn't in the past. I actually do like it now, kind of, sort of. Just kind of aggravating to use, like when you first get started with it, and but I would download VoiceMeeter Banana. I'll leave this link down there too. And VoiceMeeter Banana and virtual audio cable. So just download both of these and install them. Go through the installers. I'll leave the links to all this stuff down there too. And with VoiceMeeter, the only real things you need to worry about is your hardware inputs up here, and these A1, A2, A3s going through here, and then your hardware outs up here. So pretty much what you'll want to do. So if you just have one thing that you want stuff playing through, like I just have under A1, I just have my actual DAC and amp and all that stuff. My actual DAC's hooked up through optical cable, so I just have it going out through that. So that's what I have as my hardware out. So you have your hardware out set. So you'll set this. I would use WDM if you can. MME and stuff can give you some problems. WDM is what I would recommend you use if it's available. If whatever you're wanting to output to is not available here, then just choose it down here. It's fine. But you can add multiple ones too. Like you can add up to 3 here. So say you had speakers that you wanted to add and you had like headphones. You can add them both here. I just have one input, so I'm just going to use A1 here. I would go up here to settings, or menu, menu, and then system settings. I would set your preferred sample rate to 48,000 hertz. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and check both these. So uncheck the B1, I think that's checked by default. Make sure A1 here, both are checked. And then we will A1, and B1 here are checked. You don't have to worry about these two for now unless you're going to use them, but we're not going to use them in this video. Make sure A1 is checked over here. And then like I said, we installed virtual audio cable before. So we'll select it here, the WDM cable output VB audio cable. That way we'll get all that set up. Then we'll go down here and we'll right click on our volume icon, go to open sound settings, and to the right up here go to sound control panel. And down here at the bottom we'll set VoiceMeeter input as default. So mine doesn't show up because it already says default, but right click on it, set as default, or you can just click right here, set as default. Your recording will be the same as it was. I'm using a GoXLR, so mine is just chat mic for my GoXLR. We'll go to properties on the mic though, just to be safe. I disable all enhancements, and then I do 2-channel 24-bit 48,000 hertz. On your what you select as your playback device, which will be VoiceMeeter, go to properties, advanced, and make sure this is set to 24-bit 48,000 hertz. So that's why we set it at 48,000 hertz a minute ago in VoiceMeeter. So click OK out of that, OK out of that. Just to go over it one more time, we got VoiceMeeter input as our default on our playback, and then whatever your mic is here under the recording. So OK on that, we'll exit out of that. Go back to VoiceMeeter. So make sure we got everything set up right. We got 48,000 hertz here, and then we got A1, A1, B1, A1, A1, A1. And then, well, actually, these two don't matter. You can add more devices if you want to. Like, virtual audio cable comes with multiple. I think you get up to 2 for free. Then you got to pay for more after that. But then we'll minimize that. We'll open up Discord here. This really applies for Discord, TeamSpeak, whatever you want to do. So we'll go to Settings, Voice and Video. And then mine, so you'll have your chat, or you'll have your input device selected. So mine again is chat mic for my GoXLR. Then for your output, you want to make sure you select VoiceMeeter aux input. So that way it routes it through a different source on your it'll route it to a different source on OBS, but it'll mix it all together in your headphones through VoiceMeeter. So that's on Discord. We'll go to TeamSpeak here. I actually still use TeamSpeak, so from time to time, options. Then right here under capture, make sure your chat mic's selected. On playback, we'll use the VoiceMeeter aux input again. And that's that set up. I'm gonna go back to OBS. You'll actually go down here. You'll make a new audio output capture device, and then I just named mine Discord/TeamSpeak. So then after you make it, it'll pop up here and it'll ask you to select your device. You'll select VoiceMeeter aux input, hit OK, and then I make a separate one too for my it's the same thing, audio output capture. I'll make a separate one for my desktop audio. I don't use the default one it puts on there because sometimes it doesn't work for me. But if you use the default one, you can just go down here where it says like audio or whatever, default audio device or something. Go down here, click the little cog, and go to properties. It'll take you to the same place. But mine's actually a source over here. So if you add that one, I like mine's just desktop. That's my desktop audio, or my game audio and stuff. And we'll select VoiceMeeter input here again. And then you can use that to actually route your Discord. So your Discord audio will be coming through here, through this one. Your desktop audio, game audio, whatever will be coming through here. Mics through here, and then I got music playing here. So you have 4 separate things, and you can mute if you're in like if you want to ever mute your actual Discord audio, you can just mute it right here, and your stream won't be able to hear any of the Discord audio because it's coming to a separate a separate source. So that is what that is for, and so that'll put your Discord on a separate source from your actual game audio and stuff. And then for the music, the way I do it, since I have a GoXLR, is I just use the music one from the GoXLR. It's got like its own like virtual audio cable thing on there. So like if we go here, you'll see it's got all these different inputs: system, sample, music, game, chat. I use the music to route my music through there. Like I'll just have local songs playing. Like this is what y'all are hearing right now. I'll just have like a local playlist and it's playing through VLC. And what I'll do is just go into the VLC settings. You can do this on like Spotify or whatever too, YouTube, whatever you want to do. There's two ways you can make it go to that source. You can just go through like the settings of whatever you're using. If it's there, like here, I just got audio, and then I got it device selected as my music channel from my GoXLR Mini. Another way you can do that, go down here, back down here, and right click on your speaker icon, open sound settings. Then down here at the bottom where it says app volume and device preferences, this is kind of the same thing as that I just showed you, but this will do it on anything. So you can actually route stuff through here. So like you can select, like you got output and input. So you want this to output in something else, you can just select it here and it'll actually go through that as well. So you can do this with anything. You can do this with Google Chrome, Spotify, whatever you want to do. So you can do that, and that's the way I do my music. Like you can do it through a virtual audio cable as well. So you can just go back here like the VoiceMeeter. You could add another hardware input. You could add another virtual audio cable and just do the same thing. But the reason we added that is so you can play music while you're streaming, but your stream won't hear the music that you're playing. So if you're playing like copyrighted music, like you want to listen to copyrighted music right while you're streaming, but you don't want your stream to hear it because your actual VOD and stuff will get muted, or with the way Twitch is going now, you could get like DCMA notices or something. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but so that's the reason we did that. So that's the reason we did the cable output here. So like I'll open up Spotify here, and you can play this on its own, and it won't, and your stream won't be able to hear it. I don't want to play it because it's copyrighted music, but your stream won't hear it. So let's see. So I play it here, it's going to play it through this video. But what you do here is you'll go back to where we was. Go back down here, right click on your speaker, open sound settings, and then app and volume devices. And once you play something in Spotify, like right there, it'll actually add Spotify to this list. And what you'll do is for your output device, you'll select cable input VB audio virtual cable. So what that'll do, and since you selected A1, it'll only play it through your headphones. So like Spotify and stuff will be playing through your headphones, but your stream won't hear it. So you can actually have music and stuff playing in the background. You can still have stream music playing. Like that's like kind of why I use VLC for my stream music, and just like a local playlist, and you can just have that playing for the stream. Then you don't actually hear that because it's just routed to the stream, and then you can be playing like Spotify, Tidal, whatever you want to listen to in the background, YouTube, whatever. It literally all works the same way. Like say you want to do it for YouTube as well, what you would do is if you use Firefox, Chrome, whatever, you would just do the same thing as that. So that virtual audio, or that virtual audio cable, you would just select that as the virtual, or as the output device. So like if you was playing like a YouTube music playlist or whatever on Firefox, you could just use the cable input here, and it would do the same thing it does on Spotify. So yeah, you could do it from Chrome, Firefox, like I said, Tidal, YouTube, not YouTube, Spotify, pretty much anything you want. You can do it from just this little thing right here. You can kind of route audio wherever you want to. So that takes care of that. Let's see, is there anything else that I've changed? Trying to think here. And I will link all this stuff in the description below. Oh, I will say what I use for music on stream is called StreamBeats. If you've ever watched the Alpha Gaming channel with Harris Heller, this is his like deal or whatever. He like, I don't know, he like got somebody to make all this shit. But it's all like copyright free, DCMA free, whatever. And you can stream it on like Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever. So you can like stream it from there if you want to. What I do is though, you can go to, I think, create here. Yeah, you can click create right here. You can go to download tracks, and then it links you to his drive, and you can actually download all the tracks on there. So that's what I did, and I'll actually just download all the tracks, and then I'll put them into VLC, and I'll just make a like actual playlist, and I'll just have that playing. Like I got a pretty massive playlist that I normally use. It's like 8 or 9 hours long, I think, and I'll just have that playing. I'll just have it set to random down here, and like it'll just pick a random song, and it'll actually loop over and over again. So that's the way that I'll usually play it, or I'll usually do for my actual streams and stuff. But I'll also leave a link to this in the description as well. So that's StreamBeats. I used to use what was it? It was Stream something, but I can't remember what it was. Oh no, it was Pretzel. So you can pay like you could use Pretzel for free, but it would just like fill up your chat with the song that it was playing. But I used to use Pretzel. Was it? I think it's Pretzel Music. Pretzel Rocks. Okay, you can also use this too. I like the music on StreamBeats better than Pretzel. Pretzel's got like more, like it's got a lot more, but to me they're not as good. There's like some weird shit in there. To me, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's I guess it's fine, but I just like the beats and the stuff better on StreamBeats. But you can do this too. This is also free. You can buy a subscription. Okay, it went up a whole lot. It's $150 a year now. I think it used to be like $5. Anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much it that I can think of. I went over all the audio sources, new filters. I did add iOS Cam. It's just a plugin you have to pay for. I cut out the music. Did it? Actually, okay, my bad. Sorry about that black screen there. I did add like I already had iOS Cam. You can buy it. You can plug your iPhone. There's an iPhone app that you have to buy, and an application I think you also have to buy. There's an app for your phone, and then there's like a plugin for OBS. Yeah. Okay, so the plugin's free, but will it take it to the App Store? Okay, so the app's $18. So, now if you don't have a webcam or you don't want to buy a webcam, and you have a old iPhone, or you can even use your like actual current iPhone, you can actually use this as your actual like stream cam, face cam, whatever you want to call it. You'll just buy the app on the App Store, Camera for OBS Studio, download this plugin. It walks you through how to install it, and you can use that as your webcam if you want to. I don't remember what I added it for. I think maybe it's like some kind of like handheld cam that I could show, like maybe like the setup or something on stream or something. I'm not sure. But it's got a lot of uses. It's pretty much just a camera that you can just, you can add to OBS. You do have to plug it into a USB port on your computer, and you also have to download and install iTunes first, because iTunes has the driver that it needs to work. So you have to download and install iTunes. I think it's in the Windows Store now. So just open up the Windows Store down here, like the Microsoft Store. Open up that, search for iTunes, download that. It tells you all this too on there, that you have to use iTunes. Yeah, but please make sure you've installed and ran iTunes at least once, since iTunes installs a driver that allows your Windows computer to communicate with iOS devices over USB. So you do have to do that. It pretty much walks you through everything, but you can use that as like a alternative to a webcam. I mean, it's $18 versus like this, like the Logitech Stream Cam that I just got a couple weeks ago. It was like $150, and and to be honest, if you have like an iPhone 7, 8, whatever, like X, 11, whatever, the camera on that using this app is going to be worlds better than pretty much any webcam that you can buy, and it's $18. So I mean, especially if you have an old iPhone, you can if you if you have an old iPhone, you can just buy this app. Manfrotto, the phone mount. So Manfrotto makes a phone mount. It's got a tripod adapter, and it just like squeezes your phone together, like on the sides. So you could put that up there. It's got a tripod adapter. You can get that for $14, and then you can get a tripod. But there's a let's see. Flex tripod, desk mount. I don't know. Yeah, like something like this. Well, I think this is actually what I have. So I use this clamped onto my desk, and then I have my stream cam on it. So you can do that. So you could actually get this and clamp it onto your desk, and it's got a tripod adapter. So I'll link that down there too. So get that, and get this Manfrotto like phone mount thing, and you can literally just have, like, you can pretty much put your webcam or your phone above your monitor and use it as a actual like face cam, webcam, stream cam, whatever you want to call it. And you can do it all for like $22, $14, and the app's $17. So what, like under $50? I mean, actually probably it'd be a little bit more. Under $75, you could have a full face cam that would rival like it would probably get you as close to like a DSLR and a Elgato Cam Link as you could possibly get. So for under $75, under $80, let's say under $80, right? Let's see, what, 14 plus 22 plus 18. So yeah, $54 before tax and shipping. Well, yeah, well, actually, if you buy it off from Amazon, it's all free shipping. So, and plus 6%. So yeah, under $60, you could have a full face cam set up, and using the phone you already have, or like an old iPhone that you just got and you're not using anyways. So I'll also have all this stuff linked down there as well. I'll try to link all this stuff in the description. Lastly, I'll just show you my GoXLR settings in case anybody has a GoXLR. What I use here, I don't use the gate on the GoXLR. Whatever app I'm using, like Discord, TeamSpeak, whatever, I'll just set the voice activity gate on there, just because I really don't like the gate on here, just because to me it just doesn't sound good. Like, I don't know. I have my mic set up. I have my gain set at 57. I don't want to click that because if I click that, it might mute the volume, or it might mute the mic in OBS here. But I have that set. I have my mic set at 57. It's a Shure SM7B, and then I have the bass at -1, mid -3, treble +2. Then I have the compressor set up at -20, 4:1 ratio, 2 millisecond attack, 75 release, and 8 decibel makeup gain. So what the compressor kind of does here is it'll take your lowest voice and like your highest voice, and it'll pretty much like even it out for you. So if you use that here, and not like, I would use, like, if you're using something with like a like this, like the GoXLR, or like a Rode makes one too, it's kind of like this, it's got like an app and stuff. I would use the compressor in here before I would use the one in OBS, just because this will carry through on anything like that you use, like whether it's like Discord, TeamSpeak, whatever, it'll carry through on that. So I would use that. I would personally use that. That's just my GoXLR setup. I think it's should be about it. Video was actually longer than I wanted it to be, 41 minutes. Holy shit. But I think that's about it. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, just put them down below and I'll try to get to them when I can. But thanks for watching. Peace out.